Hi everyone, it's Livia here, and today the video is about one of my illustrations. You will see on the picture that it's me, so it's one of my outfits. I took a selfie in the mirror, and I really do love this dress in polka dots, so I decided to record. I had begun already when I decided to record. I was at work. But anyway, it was just the first and second sketch done. And then I decided to show you again, like more or less of a step-by-step. And let's see what you guys think. The video is like super long. It's over 2 hours. So I'm gonna split in half, or kind of in half, because the other one I also did the same. So first part would be all the way up to the coloring bit, and then the second part is going to be the details, shadows and highlights and stuff. So I'm gonna try to speed up a few bits because sometimes it's very boring. But let me know if you actually want to see 2 hours, let's say 1 hour video with all the details and everything else, that I can do that as well. But anyways, mainly what I'm doing now is just drawing all the sketch using the dry ink brush. Oh, by the way, I haven't mentioned, but I'm using Procreate on the iPad Pro 12.9 inches and the Apple Pencil. And yeah, dry ink brush and black color. This first sketch that is already there is like in a grayish shade. It was my second sketch. So based on my picture that is literally on the side there. And now this sketch with the dry ink brush is supposed to be my last sketch. So the one that's gonna be in the final picture. So yeah. Let's speed up a little bit, then I'll talk a bit more, yeah? Okay, so now as you guys can see, my sketch is done, and now I'm gonna start the coloring part. What I did there before even starting the first sketch was choosing my color palette. So mainly it's just selecting colors from the actual picture there, and I created, like, as you can see on the right left corner actually, all the colors I chose. So the main colors, so the skin, mouth, and the dress and shoes basically. And now what I do, I get the skin color and I literally paint the whole sketch with the skin color. And after, you will understand why I'm doing this, because that's our base for everything that we're gonna do after. So we can speed up a little bit if that's even possible. But yeah, speed up the process, make it a bit easier on the way. So yeah, this part you need to be very careful to paint everything, and also remember to create a new layer. So sketch in one layer, skin another layer. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. So everything you do that's a different action, different color, different whatever, make a new layer. And then it will be much easier, because if you want to change anything, if you don't use a new layer, you're gonna have to erase everything and start again the bit that you made a mistake, or you want to change the color. So it's very annoying. Don't forget to make a new layer. Like, make that a habit, and then you'll be fine. It'll be much easier. Okay, so now that the skin is done, you're gonna create a new layer, and you're gonna start coloring basically everything that has to be colored. So dress, shoes, hair, accessories, everything. So I already have there my main color palette. I usually choose the hard airbrush, as you could see on the picture there, on the screen, sorry. And yeah, the main thing now is every time you're coloring, doing anything on the new layers, you're gonna go back to the skin layer and select the skin layer. Then you go back to the other layer, like this one is named dress, and color it in, because then you don't have to worry about smudging out of the sketch. The only thing that's gonna color in is the skin layer, because the skin layer is selected. So that's why we do the skin layer first and color the whole drawing. That's the main thing. If you do that, everything is much easier. And it doesn't have to be a skin color. It can be anything you want, as long as it covers the whole sketch. Then you're good to go. Yeah, and now color it in, and that's it. Create a new layer for each part. One for the belt, one for the shoes, one for the dress, one for the hair. That will be much easier. Save you a lot of time. Alright, it's time for the blush. That bit, what I changed that I wanted to actually talk about is just the brush. You can use what I use, you can use whatever you want, but basically what I use is the bonable brush or the soft airbrush. This one I chose to use the soft airbrush, and then you have to choose the size of the brush, and you just go over the skin in a new layer, of course, and you just add the blush to her face, tip of the fingers, knees, if the shoulders are out, shoulders and elbows as well. It makes it cuter, basically. Now we add a new layer for the mouth, and I'm gonna use the hard airbrush again, just adding the color, very simple. And then this part, as I mentioned before, you can do whatever you want, of course, but you can like make the mouth very, very, very aligned to the sketch, and then you can erase the sketch bit so it's a little bit softer in the final sketch. But I decided to keep the black lines this time, but it does make a difference if you don't. I'm adding a little bit of highlight as well on the corners there with the soft brush. This part takes a little bit of time to actually work, but in the end it does work. Now for the eyes, I create two layers, one for the white bit and another one for the colored bit. I do not use literally white, it's always a little bit yellowish color, in this case a little bit pinker, but yeah, so yeah, it's better. For me it looks better if it's not completely white. Then yeah, I add the white color, very simple, hard airbrush, that's it. Second layer for the eyes. Now I'm gonna add the colors in the middle there. I didn't choose this color before, so I'm just choosing it now. I have very dark brown eyes, almost black. So yeah, that's what I chose there. Hard airbrush again. I'm gonna color it in, and what I do after is that I select this layer, in this case the brown eyes layer, and then I choose the soft brush and a darker color than what I'm using at the moment, and I add a little bit of soft edges to it, so it's a bit darker. Not working at the moment, but it's gonna go. So yeah, I'm just renaming the layer now. I forgot to do that. I select the layer, and then I just add a little bit of shadow on the eyes. The effect is really good, especially if the eyes are a bit lighter than mine. now it's hair time. I thought the colors I chose before were really dark, so I chose it again. Added a new layer. Forgot to select the skin layer, so I go back there, select the skin layer, go back to the hair layer, hard airbrush, and move on. Okay, now it's all about the details. So I have details for my cell phone, then for the bag, and then for my rings as well, and also the belt. So basically one layer for each thing, or even more than one. So everything has the details it needs to have. And yeah, these parts are really nice to get to practice, because then you make like smaller bits and you actually get that same pattern. New layer, color, new layer, color. So it's very good to practice. Okay, so now I'm gonna finish all these details and then the actual highlight and shadows, as I mentioned before, will be coming in another video because this one is gonna be too long. But yeah, that's mainly what I do to start with. So the easy bit is this video basically. You don't change a lot of things, it's just repeating the same steps until you get to the point you want it to get. So yes, so what I'm gonna do, this video I'm posting today, Thursday, and the second bit, instead of waiting for another full week, I'm gonna have it online on Sunday, so you guys can actually finish your sketch. And yeah, use one of your pictures as a reference. Makes it fun. And I'll see you guys later. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It means a lot to me. And please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment if you want anything else. Bye bye.